And this is a shocking story that we are getting from Uttar Pradesh right now. This is a controversy that has been created over an undated video as of now. The claim that has been made is that Kabaddi players were served food in a toilet in Uttar Pradesh. These are pictures that we are just going to play out for you. These pictures, of course, are undated. They're on your screen right now of how food was kept inside a toilet for Kabaddi players. This, of course, has shocked many. We are still waiting to get confirmation in terms of when these visuals are from. But food was served to Kabaddi players in Uttar Pradesh, and the food you can see is kept inside a urinal. So obviously this has shocked many people. We are still awaiting to get more information as to when this incident took place. And Vivek joins us to give us more details of this. Vivek, tell us more of what happened and when is this incident for? But the visuals obviously are something that will be shocking the country.
जी बिल्कुल, देखिए वीडियो तो अपने आप में शॉक करने वाले हैं। आपको बता दूं कि ये कल का वीडियो है और एक टॉयलेट के रूम में सहारनपुर का ये मामला है, जहां पर टॉयलेट रूम में महिला कबड्डी जो खिलाड़ी हैं उनको खाना परोसा गया था। इस पूरे प्रकरण में हालांकि आपको ये भी बता दूं कि रीजनल स्पोर्ट्स ऑफिसर है, उनको सस्पेंड कर दिया गया है। आपको बताऊं कि कल डॉक्टर भीमराव अम्बेडकर स्टेडियम है सहारनपुर में, वहां पर पूरे प्रदेश से जो महिला कबड्डी की खिलाड़ी हैं वो आई हुई थी और जब उनके खाना खाने का समय हुआ तो टॉयलेट रूम में उनको खाना परोस दिया गया। और ये भी बताया जा रहा है कि जो खाने की जो क्वालिटी थी वो भी बहुत अच्छी नहीं थी। और जैसे सोशल मीडिया पर ये जो पूरा घटनाक्रम है, वीडियो जो वायरल हुआ तो उसके बाद शासन ने कार्रवाई करते हुए सहारनपुर के जो रीजनल स्पोर्ट्स ऑफिसर हैं अभिषेक सक्सेना, उनको फिलहाल सस्पेंड कर दिया। आपको बताऊं कि ये अंडर 17 राज्य स्तरीय जो जूनियर बालिका कबड्डी प्रतियोगिता थी जिसका सहारनपुर ने जिसकी मेजबानी की थी और 16 सितंबर से ये जो प्रतियोगिता है वो शुरू हुई। तकरीबन 300 से अधिक जो खिलाड़ी हैं वो यहाँ पहुंचे हुए थे और उनके खाने का ये जो वीडियो है वो सोशल मीडिया पर वायरल हुआ और उसके बाद फिर ये कार्रवाई हुई है।
Oh yes, absolutely. Even though action has been taken, there will be many questions raised about this is how we treat our sports persons. And this, we understand, was the female under 17 Kabaddi team that was treated in this manner.
बिल्कुल, देखिए अंडर 17 की कबड्डी टीम थी, महिला खिलाड़ी थी। महिलाओं के सम्मान की बात भी की जाती है, उसके अलावा खिलाड़ियों के सम्मान की भी बात की जाती है। और उसके बाद इस तरीके से जो खाने का सामान उनको दिया गया वो टॉयलेट में रख करके दिया गया, टॉयलेट में उसका वीडियो वायरल हुआ। ये तमाम ऐसी चीजें हैं जिसको लेकर के कहीं ना कहीं प्रशासन के ऊपर सवालिया निशान तो खड़े होते ही हैं। जो खिलाड़ी उनके ऊपर सवालिया निशान है। हालांकि इसी के ऊपर कार्रवाई करते हुए अभिषेक सक्सेना जो रीजनल स्पोर्ट्स ऑफिसर है उनको फिलहाल सस्पेंड कर दिया गया है।
All right, thank you for that. I'm going to go across to Anuj also. Anuj, you know, this is despicable. It's something that needs to be probed thoroughly, and also not just that, it needs to be made sure that something like this never happens again. We understand that action has already been taken, but it's shocking to say the least.
Oh, well, exactly, the action has been taken, but as you pointed it out very rightly, that this is something which need to be investigated very thoroughly, that what exactly is happening in these kind of camps and these kind of events. This was an organized event of the hockey team where these were the players of under 17 who were there in Saharanpur, and we can clearly see in the video what has been happening, and the food, the lunch which was served in the toilet, that is something which could be clearly seen in the video. So that was the Kabaddi team of under 17, what we have been told, and the video could be clearly seen. And why this has happened, let me tell you that this gone viral on the social media. This has gone out. If we talk about this particular video, that is why this particular incident is coming in light. But this is something which need to be investigated very thoroughly. We are waiting for the update if the sports ministry or from the organization is anything going to come on the same, that what exactly has happened and what exactly the condition on the ground is, because there it could be clearly seen that disrespect which could be clearly seen in the video. On the other hand, it was food, it was a lunch time, what we have been told. Earlier there was complaint about the rice also, later it was changed, but the kind of food which was given, A, this is about the quality, B, where it was served, which could be clearly seen in the video. So that is something which is very shocking, and the video is out, and the action has been taken. But this is not limited to one person or one officer, but this need to be investigated very thoroughly. That is something we are waiting from the government side also, or from the sports authority also, that what exactly they are going to do on this. But this is the shocking video coming in light from the Saharanpur. Let me tell you that this event this time was organized, this competition rather was there in Saharanpur of Uttar Pradesh, from where this video is coming out. And now this is to see what exactly is going to be the more action. If we talk about
Absolutely.
the people who all were the organizer, if we talk about the people, yes.
Absolutely. As
Yes.
you're pointing out, so far we know that the regional sports officer Animesh Saxena has been suspended in this case. This was an event that was organized on the 16th of September. And this was an under-17 state-level sub-junior girls kabaddi competition that was organized in Saharanpur. I'm going to come back to you, Anuj, in just a second, but Srijani is also joining us from our Mumbai news pit. Srijani, this is despicable. It's something that should not be allowed to happen at all. And you know what makes it worse is the fact that the food was served in a male urinal to a girls kabaddi team that was participating. And it's even more shocking because these are young girls who are venturing out there to place a sport like kabaddi, and this is how we treat them.
Oh, well, absolutely shocking and disgraceful, I must say. And you know, the pictures and the videos have been flooding all over the social media, where food is being served inside the toilet, and I mean, how disgraceful that can be. And the girls, like you said, the girls who were there to participate in a national level tournament, the under-17 Kabaddi tournament in Saharanpur district of Uttar Pradesh. And this is like an eye-opener to the fans and sports fraternity alike. And what a disgraceful act, I must say.
Absolutely, as you're pointing out, action has been swift, of course. The Uttar Pradesh government has stepped in the moment that this video went viral. But on Anuj, if I could come back to you, you know, as Srijani was pointing out, this, of course, is also an eye-opener as to how we treat our athletes and our sports people at the junior level. And that's where, essentially, we build sports people in this country.
Well, absolutely a shameful act by the organizers. In fact, as per reports, you know, that have been doing rounds on the social media, it has been believed that the officer, you know, who was in charge of the food department in this particular hostel has been suspended. And let's wait for more updates on this, and I'll get back to you on this.
Absolutely, and we're going to try and get in touch perhaps with some of those players. But Anuj, if I could come back to you, Anuj, on this one. Anuj, action has of course been swift, but have we heard anything yet from the Kabaddi Association under whose aegis this event was being organized?
Well, at this point in time, we are also waiting for the update if there is going to be any action, because till now one officer has been suspended, that is true. But on the other hand, this is not limited to one. And this was a particular event which was organized. This was decided earlier also. It was a scheduled event which happened in Saharanpur. So it is not a one-day game. It is not a all of a sudden program which was decided all of a sudden. But this was a scheduled program or the event or the competition. So the kind of arrangement which was seen, and such a shocking video coming in light, and the kind of arrangement for the players, for the sports men there. So this could be clearly seen in the video what exactly would have happened, and this is something what we are waiting if the sports authority and the Kabaddi Association will be coming out on the same, that what exactly were the arrangement. And let me remind you that we have seen it earlier also when the players, whether being it from the Kabaddi or from the other sports also, being complaining about the arrangement, complaining about the things and the facilities that has been provided. But this is something which is becoming more shocking, the kind of visuals we are getting and the kind of arrangement which was done. This is a disrespect for the players who are going to represent our nation, the players who are giving everything for our nation, practicing day and night and playing there and participating in the competition, is getting this kind of disrespect. The kind of arrangement which was done in the toilet. So that is something which is becoming more shocking. On the other hand, the food quality was very bad. That is something what we have been told. So this is something which is making it clear that what exactly would have been the situation, or what
Absolutely.
exactly would have been the arrangement, rather we should say. So
And
this
you know,
is
Anuj,
something
as you're
which
pointing
has to
out,
be
as
looked
you're
very
pointing
thoroughly. We are
out,
waiting for
as you're pointing out, Anuj, it does raise a lot of questions about the arrangements
Yes,
made.
yes.
But because, you know, details that we now seem to be getting suggest that there were 300 Kabaddi players who were invited for this event. So it was a scheduled event that
Yeah.
did not take off all of a sudden. So obviously there must have been planning that went into it. So it raises several questions. I'm going to take that one with Srijani. Srijani, give us a sense of how these events are usually organized, because this was an event where about 300 you know, players were supposed to attend. So as Anuj was pointing out, all right, I'm going to come back to both of you. Yogeshwar Dutt on the phone line. Yogeshwar Dutt, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए। बताइए आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है जब आप ये पिक्चर्स देखते हैं? ये अंडर 17 कबड्डी टीम है जिसका एक इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया, और जैसे आप इन पिक्चर्स में देख रहे हैं, ये सब जो लड़कियां हैं इनको खाना सर्व किया गया एक टॉयलेट के अंदर।
देखिए बहुत दुखद होते हैं ये ऐसी चीजें जब देखते हैं हम कहीं कहीं खिलाड़ियों की बात है, किसी की बात है, एक सम्मान हर नागरिक का अधिकार है, और खिलाड़ी की बात आती है तो जो जिन्होंने ये टूर्नामेंट का आयोजन किया है, जो इसके करता धरता है, उनसे संज्ञान लेना बड़ा जरूरी है कि भाई ये ऐसी क्यों गलती की उन्होंने कि एक टॉयलेट में खिलाड़ियों को खाना खाने पे मजबूर होना पड़ रहा है। और खाने की कहीं भी बात हो, खाने की बात हो, रहने ठहरने की बात हो, तो उनको अच्छे रहने की सुविधाएं, अच्छा खाने की सुविधाएं मिलनी चाहिए खिलाड़ी को। जो भी इसके आयोजन करता है, जो भी इसको टूर्नामेंट को करवाने वाले हैं, इसमें मेरा मानना है कि इसके दोषी वही है, और उनसे सख्ती से इस बारे में संज्ञान लिया जाना चाहिए, और आगे आइंदा ऐसी गलती ना हो इसका जरूर ध्यान रखा जाना चाहिए। क्योंकि समय समय पे बड़ी दुखद बात है ये कि ऐसी चीजें निकल के आती हैं खिलाड़ियों के साथ, कहीं चाहे खाने की बात हो, चाहे ठहरने की बात हो कहीं पे, तो ये दुखद है। और लड़कियां, जिसमें लड़कियों ने एक टॉयलेट के अंदर बैठ के खाना खाया है, बड़ी दुखद बात है। वैसे तो हम लड़कियों को पूछते हैं, उनको एक लक्ष्मी का दर्जा दिया जाता है, देवी का रूप दिया जाता है, और उसके बाद उन ऐसी जब चीजें निकल के आती है दुखद होता है। इसलिए इन पे सख्ती से कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। ऐसी जो भी ये आयोजन करता है, जिन्होंने टूर्नामेंट का आयोजन किया है, और जो भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व है, सख्ती से कार्रवाई, और आगे ऐसा ना हो, जो बड़े ध्यान देने की जरूरत है कि आगे ऐसी चीजें दोबारा से ना हो। क्योंकि हमारे हिंदुस्तान में दिक्कत यह है कि वो चीजें बार बार होती रहती हैं, उस पर कोई कार्रवाई नहीं होती।
Ji, Yogeshwar Dutt, thank you for speaking to us on Republic TV. We've also got on the phone line Shekhar Vijayan. He's an activist. Shekhar Vijayan, these are pictures that will shock every Indian. It will also make every sports lover in this country essentially very ashamed of the manner in which we treat our sports people. What is it that goes through your mind when you see these pictures?
I think it's very gruesome and very shabby. We are only showboating all the time. The government only talks about how we treat our players, but if they're not giving the right food, and this is the kind of treatment they're giving, one really feels for them. I think any country, if it has to be a superpower, it has to treat its players well. It has to treat its athletes well, because they've put in so much of hard work in such a diverse and colorful country like India. And here the administration is at, they're so shabby. It's done in such a shameful manner. It's very bad. I think these pictures tell the story, but it's very shameful the way it's treated. And I think the government really needs to take action on this, and really needs to take strict action and show that they really mean business. Otherwise, people will really have a bad perception about how the government is handling this, how the Kabaddi players are being handled. And Kabaddi is a national sport for India. And the least we can do is take care of these players, make sure they are celebrated, rewarded, recognized, and treated very well. They are the real supermen and the real superwomen for India. Other than these politicians or the government, which actually should help them out. They should, they should take a lead from Mr. Modi, from the Honorable Prime Minister. He spoke to the players whenever they win or lose. Right? I think that kind of attitude should seep into the government also, to other government officials also. They should not just be there posing for trophies with the players. They also need to make sure these players are given the right resources, these players are given the right food, these players are treated well. They should be treated with big clubs, because players are really, really important for us. I think it's very bad, it's very shabby, and strict action should be taken. With the Yogi government, one can see that they take strict action very quickly. I think he really means business. So I have enough faith that he will do something about it. But this should not be a precedent for other states, that this is how it should be done. I think our players should be treated like how we treat our guests in India, because they are special, they bring medals for us, and they go through a lot of hardship. It's not a huge and diverse country like India to be able to compete at an international level. I think the least we can do is take care of them and manage them so well.
Absolutely, Shekhar Vijayan, as you're pointing out, obviously, if India were to hope to become, a sporting country, this is certainly not what we should be offering to our players. Appreciate your speaking to us on Republic TV. Thank you very much. I'm going to go across back to Anuj right now. Anuj, we were talking about, how large scale this event essentially was, and you were telling us about the kind of planning that would have ideally been involved in something like this that was being hosted in Uttar Pradesh.
Well, exactly. That is something which is becoming the larger question at this point in time, as we were discussing it earlier also, that this is not a one-day show, or this is not all of a sudden something which was planned. But this would have planned earlier only, because this is an scheduled event, scheduled competition where almost 300 girls has participated. So this was organized earlier. This was under the sports authority, under the Kabaddi association. So why these kind of arrangement was done? Why there was no proper arrangement which was done? Why there was no space for at least serving the lunch? Why the quality of the food was that much bad, which was complained? Even the main point here which we are raising and which could be clearly seen in the video is why it was served in the toilet at least. So that is something which need to be answered by the Kabaddi Association and the organizers themselves, whosoever was organizing this particular event or the competition. Because this was, as I told you, pre-scheduled event. The competition was pre-scheduled. It was from whole Uttar Pradesh when these participants, when these sports girls has taken the part in the same competition. So this was something which has to be explained by the authorities therein, by the district administration, by the sports district administration, I would say. So whosoever is in charge of the same, action has been taken. But we do understand that this is not limited to one person. This is something which was organized at the large scale, and this is something where 300 girls, almost 300 girls has participated in this very competition. So this is becoming the larger question, that who is going to take the responsibility now. On the other hand, what exactly will be the next step from the government of Uttar Pradesh? What exactly will be the statement of the sports minister? That is something which we are at this point in time waiting, that how this has happened. Because this is about the respect of the players. This is about the respect of human being also, when you are serving food to someone in the toilet. That is something which is becoming a larger issue, and this could be clearly seen in the video where it was an organized competition. Then too, this is something which is coming in light. The video is out in open, so this could be clearly seen what would have been the arrangement, or rather these people, whosoever has organized this particular competition, was not worried about the same, that how exactly it has to be done. Was it a formality? So that is something which need to be answered.
And absolutely, yes. Anuj, as you're pointing out, it also brings to fore the question of the kind of treatment that we mete out to sports in this country, and whether we put in the requisite effort that we should be to produce sporting heroes. Both of you, for the moment, thank you for joining us. As Anuj, of course, is pointing out, action has been taken by the Uttar Pradesh government, and inquiry has also been ordered. All right, so these are pictures that we have on our screens. These, of course, are coming in from Uttar Pradesh, Saharanpur to be precise, where a sporting event had been organized for Kabaddi. This is the under-17 Kabaddi women's sport event that had been organized in the district.
Hockey players in Uttar Pradesh was served food in the toilet. Action has been taken, but what exactly is going to the next course of action by the Uttar Pradesh government is something which is update up. We're coming back after a short break. Stay tuned.